Um, Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you. I am Rituja, a central team member at the Office of Career Services. I and Aditya, also a CTM at OCS, will be moderating today's session. I welcome each one of you to the placement orientation for the academic year 2023-24. We'll take up all of your doubts from the question and answer box during the session. Also, do remember to put your doubts in the question and answer box. They'll be addressed as we go along with the session. Today we have with us Srishti Sachan, an overall coordinator of the UG section at OCS, Akshit Jain and Akash Shanbhog, who are the overall coordinators of the PG section at OCS. I would like to call upon Ms. Anisha Madan. Anisha ma'am is our head of the Office of Career Services. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. I request you to speak a few words for all of us. Over to you. Anisha ma'am, I
Ma'am,
would
your
request you to unmute your mic. You're not audible.
Yeah. Am I audible now? Can you hear me?
We're not able to hear you.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
yes, ma'am.
अच्छा अब आ रहा है ठीक है thank you. Yeah, so what I was saying was that thank you Rutuja, and uh, I also welcome everybody who has taken the time to join this session. uh, as I was saying that we will take you through very briefly. I'm just taking you through the statistics of last year. We hope to do better than this every year. The team tries to do better than the previous year for the entire student body. Uh, and I'll take you through a few pointers that you need to remember. I'll keep stressing on the student policy throughout the talk because that is the most important document that you need to be aware of. And it'll be followed by a demo and then the Q&A. So just to give you an idea of how last year went, so this was how it went. You all have already seen it. Selections were there on 368 profiles over 265 companies, which means 252 profiles did zero selections. Now, uh, what that translates to is that the OCS team did work hard. Those profiles came to campus, but they could not select any student. So maybe, we need to do an introspection of why that was happening. Now, few of the reasons that happens is that, yes, we are IIT Delhi. Yes, we believe we are the best in the country, but you need to prove that you're the best in the country. And when companies come to campus to recruit from here, the expectation is also higher from the students. So you need to prepare accordingly. Uh, जो भी आपके strengths है, you have to play on your strengths and try to highlight those strengths. And if there is something that you can work on, please start working on it now. uh, it's time we now get serious about things and just the work for that end goal. That doesn't mean that acad छोड़ना है बाकी चीजें अपनी लाइफ छोड़नी है. Keep a balance, but yes, if you work consistently, you will all get the placements that you all are hoping for. Now, let me quickly take you through the process for 2023-24. See, application process, I think many of you already know it, but for the ones who don't, it is fully online. You have to register by visiting the OCS website, uh, which you all can write as we speak. You all, after the demo, you all can do it. Start filling the resume. Please read instructions. They are there for a purpose. Don't raise questions unless you have tried it yourself. The team is there to help you. The staff team is also there to help you. Uh, Whatever help we can give possibly is there, but at least read the instructions, follow the policy, and most of your queries get resolved there itself. We freeze the resume after the deadline because when you start applying, you can't be changing things. And there are some things that are being verified also, so that freezing is an important process. Which companies to apply to? Apply to the company you want to work for. Don't just apply to a company क्योंकि वो मेरी ब्रांच के लिए खुला हुआ है. क्योंकि एक बार अप्लाई कर दिया then you are bound to that company. If that company selects you and you come and say कि सिलेक्ट कैसे किया, क्यों किया, मैं तो जाना नहीं चाहता था, मैंने मना किया था, वो सब नहीं काम करेगा. एप्लीकेशन आपकी थी, लॉगिन आपकी थी. If you have applied, the company believes you wish to work for them, and that is an intent you have shown, right? So any research you need to do about the company, please do it before you apply. Uh, you are bound by whatever action you take from now on. Shortlist will be visible on your login. Personal interviews, etc., as they are scheduled. The notification website is where we talk to you from now on. Please look at it when the process is on, maybe twice a day, and otherwise once a day is also enough when it is not on full swing. Selection and acceptance, everything is online. All this will be shown to you on the demo. Fraud, I keep telling people again and again that we are IIT Delhi. We are judged by a very high standard, which includes the ethical standards. IIT Delhi students do not get involved in any sort of unethical practices. Be sure of the rules, read the policy, reread the policy, re-read the policy if required, but do not violate the policy. If you violate the policy, consequences will be there and they will happen for sure. The policy is available both in the download section and on your login. So you can't say कि मुझे पता नहीं था. IIT Delhi में हो ये नहीं चलेगा. Major rules, one student, one position. Only on a given day can you get more than one offer. So the day you get selected, from the next day, you're out of the process. It is selection, not acceptance. Whether you choose to accept the offer or not is irrelevant. The moment you are selected, from the next day onwards, you are out of the system. If you are absent, there are rules to it. They are in the policy. Please read the policy and they will apply. Preference of the day, again an important step. The team will be taking you through it in the demo. Please put the preferences of the day and remember preferences freeze 1 day prior to the date of the interview. Preferences are personal. अगर कोई आपको coerce कर रहा है, please do not come under coercion. And after a point, it is not visible to the company. It is not visible to companies. It's not even visible to me. But if somebody says कि मुझे अपना login खोल के दिखाओ, since last year we have started doing a protocol which is for many of you, which we all will see now this year. तुम्हारे login पे भी after freezing वो नहीं दिखेगा company को, क्योंकि I've had situations where the company people say कि अपना login खोल के दिखाओ, नहीं दिखा पाओगे. That is for your protection. But please fill in those preferences before the deadline. The deadlines, everything is available on your login when you all are doing all these things. Don't contact companies directly. Flag issues to OCS or the nucleus teams. We are there to help you, like I'm saying again and again. There's a process to it. The nucleus is where you talk to the team. If you have कि ये वाली कंपनी खुली नहीं मेरे लिए, खुद रेस करने की जरूरत नहीं है. न्यूक्लियस कोऑर्डिनेटर को रेस करो. द न्यूक्लियस कोऑर्डिनेटर is part of your class or your department, and that person will help you. That person is your route to raise all those requests. We try our level best to get it open, but remember at the end of the day, JNF कंपनी ने भरा है, जॉब उसे देना है. So he has to be ready to evaluate ki yes, this program is relevant to the position they are offering. But yes, we will try, and do not come individually because then all your queries will get lost. Follow the process that is there. Nucleus is your first point of contact for any of those kind of queries. Off campus activities, it's again there in the policy what you can do and what you should not be doing. ऑफ कैंपस एक्टिविटीज वैसे तो करना ही नहीं है, पर अगर करना है तो उसके अराउंड भी कुछ रूल्स हैं. प्लीज रीड द पॉलिसी. लाइक आई सेड, पॉलिसी इज योर मेन डॉक्यूमेंट. एंड वेबमेल जो आईआईटी की है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ईमेल आईडी हो गई है अब, क्योंकि ईमेल आपको कम्युनिकेशन आपके साथ उसी पे होगी. तो उसको दिन में एक बार देखने की आदत डाल लीजिए. अगर अपने फोन पे उसको सेटअप करना है, फोन पे सेटअप कर लीजिए, क्योंकि जीमेल पे नहीं आएगा कुछ भी, वेबमेल पे ही आएगा. Like I said, notifications, important. The team will show you how to see them for the people who do not know. Notification देखने की आदत अब डालनी है, because email पे we hardly email to the student body, maybe once or twice in a year. Notification is where we talk to you from. Deadlines again will be available on your desktop. There is a reason those exist, and you need to follow them. Please do not raise requests कि मेरे से miss हो गई, या मैंने 11:55 पे log in किया और I didn't realize when 11:59 happened because the deadline was 11:59. Don't wait for 11:55. Do it slightly earlier. Be slightly more organized now. PhD registrations, this is what is the policy for right now, right? Uh, The final policy for the year will be updated before the first week of August, and which will apply to the rest of the year. As of now, it is last year's policy. There won't be major changes, but whatever the changes are, they will be updated, like I said, by the first week of August. PhD registrations, even if you had registered last year, please just you don't need to re-raise everything, but at least वो एक basic form आपको फिर से भरना पड़ेगा, because every year is a new year. The system regenerates itself. By default, you are not coming back into the system. Okay, the phase 2 registration rule, this is what I'm not going to read it out. I'm just showing it to you because it is there in the policy as well. And if there are any changes, like I said, by first week of August, it will get updated. Phase 2 starts from the first week of January and goes on up to the end of the cycle. Okay, so any changes to it will again get updated. Then from the last few years, we have started a point system for placement. This is also there in the policy. I'm just giving you a snapshot. This is what is there. If there are any updates to this, this will again get updated on the system. You have started earning points as of now. So the people who are attending this workshop have already got 2 points. And last year, प्रवृत्ति के जो आप लोगों के points थे, वो भी they will be taken into account, because we had already announced that the pravritti points would get taken into account. So the point system is translates to bonus applications like this. So just have a look at it. Again, this is there in the policy, so I'm not going to be reading it out to you all. Now we come to the calendar, the tentative calendar. So this is how it is. The CV deadline for UG students is 29th, and for PG students is 30th. CV will open for a second time, which is critical for all of you, end of August, for around a day. So the reason I'm announcing this right now is क्योंकि जो भी updates होनी है, पर उस time पे you will not have time to create a full CV. So please make the entire CV, जो अपना basic data डालना है अभी डाल दो, क्योंकि तब सिर्फ tweaks कर पाओगे. ये डोंट थिंक कि अगस्त में वो खुलेगा, बहुत छोटा विंडो होगा वो. सीवी का जो पेज 2 आ रहा है वो ऑटोमेटिकली आ रहा है इंफॉर्मेशन सेल पोर्टल से या अकैड पोर्टल से. ओसीएस के थ्रू नहीं आ रहा है. सिर्फ इंटर्नशिप जो कंप्लीट हुई है, which means that 40 working days have been entered into the system, will come from the OCS portal. Everything else is coming from some other IIT Delhi system in uh, page 2. So if there are discrepancies, if there is some data missing, OCS is not the point you talk to. You have to talk to the body that is the owner of that data, and they will update it. Interview processes will begin from 1st of December onwards, and there will be no activities during exams and at critical academic times. We do not schedule things during class hours. Everything is scheduled after 7 p.m. on working days. And obviously, weekends we use. We will have workshops, etc., around trying to, which will be basically trying to help you all do better in the processes, starting with the CV workshop, which will be held tomorrow. So again, that will you will get the you need to see the notification for details of that. Just a small reminder again, read the policy. It is important. Every year we try to identify companies that we believe should not have behaved the way they should have with our students. As of now, there is no company on that list, but as if that list needs to be updated, that will again get updated and it will be available to you to see. So please do not get in touch with those companies. It is advisable not to go to them off campus also because there would be a reason why they were flagged, right? And all queries have to be raised on the query app, which again the team will be showing you. And for people who do not know, questions we will take at the end. And have a wonderful evening. Now I hand it back to Rutuja. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We also have with us Tejas Kasture and Shubham Garampalli, who are the overall coordinators of the UG section at OCS. Now, they'll also be addressing the queries along with the others. Now, I would like to call upon Sishti ma'am to give us a demo of the portal. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
And start the demo. In a minute. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So hi everyone. I would be giving a demo to help you navigate through the student portal of OCS. Um, you have to first of all search the OCS ITD website and go to the student login section. Um, Once done, you have to put your entry number or Kerberos ID and log in after putting the captcha. Here you have to register at the under the placement section. After verifying all your details, you have to also put your photograph for the CV. Now you have to open this form. Now this is a mandatory form which has to be filled by everyone. After filling this form, you will receive a code. I will just show you the form in a minute.
Guys, she's facing a Wi-Fi issue. She'll be joining in 2 minutes.
Okay, while she's just joining in, quickly, if anybody has any queries to my part of the talk, you all can just start raising it. We'll handle those till she's just coming back online. Any questions? Yeah. Akash, Kedia, can somebody just see whoever's raising their hands and call them out? Akash, Kedia, why don't you? Okay, 1 second. I'm unmuting you. Wait.
Hi, ma'am.
Yeah.
So what is the process for MSR students? Like, is it something different, or can you
Yeah,
please
so
mention that
sorry,
out?
that I should have covered it. That's a good question. For MSR students, it is you will need to also submit that form which is there on the download section. Uh, because see, MSR by the nature of its program, I cannot assume that it is over in 2 years, right? It depends on how your project is going. So from last year, you need to again submit the form with your supervisor's signatures. Just get onto the download section and use that form to register.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, so it will have the supervisor's signature and it will have one or two other signatures. Just get those done and you'll be good to go. So even if you miss this deadline, now for students who, and this is relevant to both MSR and PhD students, because PhD obviously may not be registering as we speak, except for the old ones. And MSR also may just need some more time. If you miss the deadline of 30th, that the CV freezing date is there, from the date you give us the form, we will give you a week to make your CV. So you do not need to take tension. And in any case, for all students, whether UG or PG, don't take stress. This system is designed, we are there to try to decrease the stress for you as much as we can. Thoda stress hoga, but just keep it under control. We all work for it together and we'll do well, right? But for MSR, just register. Yeah, Robin.
Hi,
Yeah,
hi. So I'm back. I shall
yeah.
we continue with the demo?
1 minute. Just let me take the second question and then we'll go on. Robin, yeah,
Sure,
you had
ma'am.
some. Robin Rathod.
I have allowed you to unmute. Please unmute and ask your query.
You have to unmute yourself, Robin. Okay, we'll take these questions at the end of the session. Srishti, why don't you continue?
Sure, ma'am. So I was showing you guys the form that you have to fill. The form asks a couple of questions which are regarding the student placement policy. All of you are advised to go through the policy and submit this questionnaire, after which you will receive a verification code on your email IDs through which you can register. Now, this is the student portal. I will talk about each section separately. First of all, you can see the CV deadline over here, which is till 29th of June. The verification document section, here is where you can upload the documents. And these are the instructions for the document, which are accessible through the eye icon. Yeah, so this document would have all the rules and regulations for the verification documents for your series. The verification deadline would get updated over here in due time. Once the deadline is over, you can see whether your CV is verified or not through the status here. Points, as ma'am conveyed, we give the students points on the basis of the programs and workshops or events that they join. And these points would also get updated in due time if you have attended any events lately. This is the application limit. Please be mindful that there is an application limit of 50. That is, you can only apply to 50 profiles in the early days. This section would show you how many profiles you have used, and preference deadline. Um, Preference is what you fill before the day of interviews, which is an order in which you give uh, the number of companies visiting on that day. This is to basically specify which is your most preferred company and whose offer you would accept in case of multiple offers. Now, this section, this is the application section. Here, all the companies that you are eligible for and their applications are open. All those companies would be visible here. Right now, this XYZ company's applications are open, so it is visible over here. The deadline can be seen here, and you can click on this tick mark and apply with any of these 6 CVs. So these are basically the 6 different types of CVs, which I would talk about under the CV section. These are basically the 6 different CVs that you can save, 6 different formats, and with any one of them, you can apply to this profile. Since the CV does not exist, it's not getting applied right now. Otherwise, it would have applied. Once applied, the status here would change to applied. Later, if you get shortlisted for an interview, the status would change to shortlisted, and likewise. This tab is where you fill the preference. The preference deadline is opened one day before the interviews. So here you can fill the preferences for that day. Companies on campus. This is the section where you can see all the companies that are on campus. Under applications, you'll only see companies that you are eligible to apply for. But under companies on campus, you can see all the companies that are visiting IIT Delhi. General request section. This is the section where you can add any query that would be answered by us. You can choose the query category. Like if I choose a general query over here, you can enter the description about that query, upload any relevant document, and you can add it. Once it's added, you will be able to see the status of the query over here. Right now, it's initiated. This is the notification section. Here you will be able to see all the notifications sent by OCS to you. Company schedule, under this section, you will find all the schedule of all the tests and other pre-processes of each company. General notifications are for any other notification like application deadlines, etc. Shortlist section is where the test shortlists are uploaded, and downloads is a section for any relevant documents that we want you to download. For your ease, we have an app, which is the OCS notifications app. You can download it from here. Once you log in on it with your Kerberos ID, you can access all the notifications that go on this page through your app on your mobile phones. Um, this is the personal details section. Again, if you want to change anything, like change your CV photograph later, you can change it from here, and this is where you can change your password. Now about the CV section, here you have to fill all the information about your academic details, the board, schools and marks also. You can also okay. So there was also a section there to update the qualifying exams. JEE Advanced exam for the UG students is selected by default. You can put in ranks for any other exams that you want to display. Here is all the data regarding how to edit the CV. So save CV is where you save a CV for the given formats. Save data option, which would be visible here once we start editing, is how you save the contents of your CV. And there's also an option to download the CV, which I'll show you later. These are all the formatting tools for bold, italics, underline, alignment, and bulleting, which you're free to use. The CVs would get auto saved every 3 minutes, but you are still advised to keep saving it in between. Now, these are all the sections that are visible on your CV, which you can select whether to show or not. Like the extracurricular section is already visible here. I can choose to hide this section or choose to open it. I can add any point and subpoints regarding it, like so. Similarly, I can choose any other section like internships. I can add a point and add subpoints regarding it. Uh, and also, there are a wide variety of sections that you can choose from. You can also change the order of these sections. Like if you go to section orders, you can choose which sections do you want to display over which ones. Like if I want to keep PURs over EC, I can choose it from here. Or if I want to keep ECAs below internships, I can make the necessary changes here. Page 2, this is the page where all the ECAs and PORs as updated by SAC on the ECATS portal, they are visible. Uh, as earlier, you can choose whether you want to show this section or not. If you have all, like once you click on fetch points, the all the points that are on the portal, on the ECATS portal would get displayed here. Any discrepancies in here need not to be conveyed to OCS. These should be sent to SAC or the ECATS portal. Similarly, PURs also, you can fetch them in a similar way, and you can also change their order in a similar fashion as the last page. Now, this page is not editable. You can only edit your first page, and the limit is one page only. So your CV, the content you're writing would be one page only. Now, if we are making any changes after that, once all your changes are made, you can basically save this CV by clicking on save data first of all to update all the contents on this page, and click on save CV. Now these are the 6 different types that we provide you to save your CVs in. Now if I want to save the CV under analytics, it would get saved as so, and the CV would get saved only if you have uploaded a photograph, so please do so. Now, if you want to maybe show this point in your analytics CV, but not in your consult CV, you can simply hide it from here or make it visible according to your needs. Once this is done, please make sure that you save the data and also save your CV under these sections. If you do not save it here, it would not get saved under these sections and you won't be able to apply later on with your CV. Going back to the portal, manage CVs, this is the section where once you have uploaded all the CVs, these would be visible here. And there would be links also to open them and download them. So you can see all those from here. This was all about the portal. If you have any doubts, you can drop it in the chat box. Thank you.
Yes, Robin, what was your question?
Uh, Thank you for the demonstration, Shristi ma'am. We will not be proceeding to the Q&A session. So I request you all to put your queries in the chat box. And if anyone has any particular query, you can raise your hand and we'll accordingly unmute you.
So there is this student Robin Rathor, I think इसने पहले भी हाथ रेज किया था.
I have given you the permission to unmute. You can ask a query.
Yes, Robin, just what's your query?
Okay, I think he's not able to unmute, so we'll move further.
Yeah, we'll go to the next one. Ritvik Bhabak.
Uh, Ritvik, I've allowed you to unmute. You can ask a query.
Hello,
Yeah,
am I audible?
yeah, you are.
I am a MTech student. My minor project is not completed till I don't think within 30th June it will be completed. So,
Mm-hmm.
but within 13th June I have to submit the CV. So, how can I add the points? I will the CGPA will be higher when I will get the grade of my minor project. So, when I can update that in the
See,
CV.
CGPA, which is visible right now, is what was there till up to this point of time, right? And CGPA individually nahi update hoti hai when 90% of the grades of that entire system is there is what is there. So for the moment, for the December placements, your CGPAs are pretty much already there. माइनर प्रोजेक्ट का जब अपडेट होगा वो शायद नेक्स्ट फेज में फिर आएगा तब तक इफ यू फिनिश्ड इट बाय दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. If we wait for your minor project to be completed and then updated, we can't just stop the process, right? The process has to go.
Okay, in the August, I think there will be. You said that in the August we can tweak a
If
little
it
bit
is
our CV.
done by then we will just see. Then we obviously we will because there are some students who are doing summer courses as well. So by then, hopefully, we will have their grades in. So it will again get pushed. So if you finished it by that point of time, which is by the end of July, don't wait till August. Then
Yes, yes. Within July it will be completed surely.
so then you'll get a chance at that point. That is why that August deadline exists also because primarily for all these kind of the summer courses and whatever projects are going on in summer.
So it is confirmed na, that in August I can put my
I've already
CGPA
announced
at
it.
that time.
I've already announced it, but like I said, you will not get 5 days. You will
Okay,
get
okay. I
maybe
mean,
half a day or maximum a day to do it. So you'll only be able to do very basic changes like maybe add a point to your MTech project, update the CG will automatically get updated. That you can't do very much there, right?
okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, here. Krishan,
Hello, ma'am. Good evening. I wanted to ask, I'm a part-time PhD student. Am
mhm.
I not eligible for applying to this because my portal says so that I'm not
Yeah.
eligible?
See, any student who is not on a full-time non-sponsored status is not going to be able to apply. So any part-time student, PhD, masters, whatever, is not
Okay.
eligible.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, you're welcome. There's somebody who's logged in as MCS 222058.
Am I audible?
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
So our batch has selected one of us as the representative for the batch, but we are not sure how should we communicate that coordinator to the OCS. Like our coordinator is not visible from any of the OCS portals.
See, the coordinator updations maybe will be taking place soon, but the way to do it is that we have a nucleus professor who's there, right? So the nucleus professor will now, there was a selection process that happened uh, in April, end of April. If you all did not go through that process, then now you need to talk to the nucleus faculty coordinator, and that person will then nominate. whoever you all have selected as a batch.
The person who's visible on the website, ma'am, is that our nucleus professor? Should we contact them?
I think it's Professor Saurabh, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Huh. So you talk to him.
Fine. Thank you so much.
हेलो मैम।
Yeah.
मैम मुझे ये पूछना था, थर्ड सेमेस्टर में मान लो हम कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाते हैं और वो बाद में सीवी में ऐड करना चाहे तो कर सकते हैं?
थर्ड सेमेस्टर में जब आप करोगे, जो भी आप प्रोजेक्ट्स करोगे, वो फेज 2 के टाइम पे आपको फिर से एक विंडो दी जाएगी फॉर स्टूडेंट्स हु आर एलिजिबल एट द टाइम ऑफ फेज 2, वेदर फॉर तो उस टाइम पे आप करोगे ना। अभी तो जो ऑनगोइंग प्रोजेक्ट है उसका या तो उसको ऑनगोइंग करके लिखो।
तो जो दिसंबर में जैसे जो कंपनीज में जो इंटरव्यू मतलब
नहीं,
दिसंबर
वो
में जो आएंगे
अगस्त के बाद फिर नहीं खुलेगा, क्योंकि उसके बाद प्रोसेस शुरू हो जाएगा। फिर अब वो बाद में नेक्स्ट फेज के लिए ही खुलेगा आफ्टर दिसंबर। ठीक है। There was this, I think, Ishan Maurya.
Good evening, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. So I am currently enrolled as an MTech student here, and
Mm-hmm.
I had a query regarding the PORs and extracurricular activities. So do my UG PORs count as an POR here? Like,
Yes,
can I edit it?
they can count as a UG. Your UG PORs will be put in the POR section, but they will not come on page 2. Page 2 only has something that you have done within your stint in IIT Delhi. तो अगर आपका previous POR है तो आप पेज 1 पे डालिए और उसके relevant proofs upload कर दीजिएगा।
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. कार्तिकेय।
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. For MSR student,
हाँ।
सुपरवाइजर से फॉर्म सबमिट करने की डेडलाइन क्या है?
देखिए, जितनी जल्दी आप करेंगे उतना बेटर है, क्योंकि आपको उसके बाद ही टाइम मिलेगा ना सीवी बनाने के लिए। एंड वंस वी स्टार्ट द प्रोसेस, फिर जो जिसकी डेडलाइन चली गई वो फिर से नहीं खुलेगी।
ओके मैम।
हाँ, तो उसको just get it done and submit it so that you make your CV and you're ready when the process starts.
ओके मैम।
Agree?
I want to ask, what are those all profiles that were that rejected IT students? Can you let us know?
What are those profiles? So there are all sorts of profiles, क्योंकि वो 250 से ऊपर प्रोफाइल है।
So that means
ऐसा
we can
ऐसा
prepare
ऐसा
since
कोई
we
हम
were
लिस्ट
having.
मेंटेन नहीं करते कि किसने रिजेक्ट किया था। वो इट इज पीपल हु वेंट विद जीरो सिलेक्शंस, सो व्हिच मींस दे वुड इंक्लूड some software profiles, they would include some core profiles, they would include all kinds of profiles. Neha?
I'm PhD student and
Mm-hmm.
currently I'm outside campus, means I will back to the campus on 9th July. So will I be able to access the website outside the campus?
आप अभी लॉग इन करके देखिए, it is you can access it.
And one more thing, like we have to take the signature of supervisor, and for that I also need to do signature. So can I put my signature digitally and then is it possible?
नहीं तो सुपरवाइजर का तो डिजिटली नहीं कराओगे ना, सुपरवाइजर से
No,
तो
no, like
कराना पड़ेगा।
mine will be digitally, then I will send to someone, then my guide will do signature. So
हाँ, वो
is it fine?
करा के उसको सबमिट करवाओ, and then we will just see if we have a query, then the staff will raise it.
Okay, okay, fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anshuman?
Hello, ma'am. I'm audible.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm tech students, and it's regarding the project. Can we add our BTech project and relevant courses, and do we have to provide relevant documents?
Like I said, page 1 पे आप जो मर्जी डालिए उसको आप you can write there as long as you put the relevant documents.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
तो कोर्सेज डन में नहीं आएगा तो आपको फिर वो एक किसी और सेक्शन में डालना पड़ेगा, that BTech courses whatever you need to highlight.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Naman?
Yeah, hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Ma'am, actually, I am MSR full-time student. After logging to the OCS portal, it is showing me that I'm not eligible. What I should do? I mean, like, how I should proceed further?
अब वो जैसे जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन था ना, that you need to get onto the download section. There's a form there.
Okay.
Download that form and submit it into OCS office with the signature of your supervisor and the signatures that are needed on that.
Okay. Only after that it will be like showing me
हाँ,
eligible.
फिर उसके बाद आपकी एलिजिबिलिटी हो जाएगी ऊपर.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. हर्षित? हर्षित भल्ला.
I wanted to ask, what I wanted to ask was that if we're doing a minor degree in some department, then can it be added to the second page?
It can be added to the first page only. Second page में वो नहीं आ सकता क्योंकि उसका भी कोई system है नहीं. The minor degree is only conferred to you at the time of graduation. And for minor degrees, please read the student policy. You should have completed at least 10 of those credits, 10 or 12. I'm not sure. Just read the policy. How many should already have been earned? Not that you are still registered and you will be finishing them in the coming semester. उतने खत्म हो चुके होने चाहिए. I think it's 12 if I'm not mistaken. 12 credits out of 20.
But for applying for a minor degree in the portal, for e-academics portal, we need to have at least done 2 courses in the department.
नहीं, पर when you are mentioning it on page 1, you should have already earned 12 credits. So applying on e-acad is something you need to do to get it conferred, which is given to you at the time of convocation, right? There's no way they're pushing that data into OCS.
Okay.
Arshit Bansal.
Yes, ma'am. Coming back to MTech project part, the
Mhm.
thing is most of us have been just allotted our guides and the project title only. Okay, so many of us will mainly do our work during the third semester. So uploading the details about it right now doesn't seem like a correct way to do it. If we get an option to submit the details of the project part in the November, we would have some valid points to write there, right? Right now, we would only have a very vague idea of what we might do under that project title. Project title might only be the fixed thing that we have right now with us. And since this is the major impact project, so this should contribute much, I guess.
अच्छा ठीक है. So see what you do right now is, because अभी आपका project at least title पता है और थोड़ा बहुत this is for all MTech students and all master students, right? Because it may also be relevant to MSR students. So जो पता है वो लिखना है. Don't create documents. Now not creating documents applies to all students UG and PG. Just upload the documents that you already have as of now. If there are any queries that we have during the verification process, we will give you a time to resolve those queries. So, like I said, stress nahi lena hai. Just the only purpose of this entire exercise is that please be honest. That's all. If you write something in all honesty and if things change during the process, there are ways in which those can get resolved. पर आज की डेट में जो पता है उतना लिखो. और अगर प्रोजेक्ट अभी सिर्फ टाइटल मिला है और उसमें maybe you don't have too many points to write, we will cross that bridge when we come to it. If most of you have that problem, obviously we'll find a solution to it.
Thank you. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, one query regarding what happened last time during the internship period. So, as a dual degree students, we were not able to apply to some companies as they are not open to us. But they have kind of they have put it that they are open to us, but we didn't able to apply in those companies. So, please look into this, and this should not be happen this time, right?
नहीं, अगर आपके लिए खुला था and you could not apply, वो this is not making sense to me. See, one is that you all wanted to apply to it and the company did not make you eligible. There the team tries to convince them that yes, this program is also relevant to you. But finally, it is their choice. But if they have made you
No,
eligible, I don't think you could not have applied.
but what happened कि उन्होंने लिखा था कि they are open to dual degree students, right? But when we apply तो हमारे पास application section में company का name आता है, so वो नहीं था, so therefore
नहीं नहीं,
dual
तो
degree.
वो तो उसने जेएनएफ पे तुम्हारे प्रोग्राम को खोला नहीं होगा ना वो, और वो हम नहीं खोल सकते, वो कंपनी का राइट है.
Okay, okay,
हम सिर्फ
got it.
क्वेरी रेज करते हैं आपके बिहाफ पे दैट मे बी यू मिस दिस प्रोग्राम, और इफ बिकॉज डुअल डिग्री में इट इज, अगर बीटेक खुला है तो डुअल के लिए हम पुश करेंगे, राइट? बट इन सम केसेस इफ इट इज फॉर एग्जांपल एक्स डिपार्टमेंट के लिए खुला है, वाई डिपार्टमेंट के स्टूडेंट सिमिलर कोर्सेज कर रहे हैं, सो द वाई डिपार्टमेंट सेज प्लीज पुश इट फॉर मी. So again, we will raise the query saying that we believe this department is relevant to you because of XYZ reasons. And then finally it is the decision of the recruiting organization ना. Job तो उसे देनी है, internship उसे देनी है.
No, but उन्होंने अपने description में लिखा था dual degree student.
डिस्क्रिप्शन में वो काफी बार लिखते हैं, पर वो अगर उस प्रोग्राम को एलिजिबल नहीं करेगा, वो भी हम उसको कहते हैं आपने ऊपर लिखा है तो नीचे खोलो. पर खोलने का काम उसी को करना है.
Got it, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, Tarun.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. Regarding the clause for going for higher studies and coming back, which I've seen, do companies give information regarding their inclination to the same, right, on their description page? Like, if not, then could a separate request be sent to them for further clarity on the same?
So I didn't get your question.
Regarding, like, as it is mentioned on the OCS placement policy as well, like, for example, we decide to go for higher studies and then come back, right? So do companies provide any, opinion on
See,
whether
by
they
default, the companies are not, if your query is regarding that, do they have a policy on helping you all for higher studies?
not only like not helping, but rather, allowing us to actually, go and come back?
See, all those only come into play once you have worked for some time in an organization. Nobody is going to allow you to do it even before you have entered the organization. तो वो क्वेश्चन ही रिडंडेंट है इस केस में. जो कंपनीज वो सपोर्ट देती है ना, वो देती हैं जब आपने 2-3 साल वहां काम कर चुके हो. That is why that question does not matter in this case.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Shireen.
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. So regarding the POR and ECA points and everything, you said it will be verified from the e-academic portal. But if like, is it like, because right now I am not in the campus, so I am not able to use the academic portal, and I think the academic section is not even providing the VPN option. So if I have something to upload on the ECA portal, so that is a problem. And because
See, I don't know what their workflow is, but what I understand of it is that I don't think you uploaded. It is the club secretary जिसकी responsibility है, और वो already कर चुका होना चाहिए.
Okay. So
अगर उसने नहीं
because
किया,
there,
आप सिर्फ fetch all करोगे तो आपके points आ जाएंगे आपके पास. और अगर उसने
Okay.
नहीं किया तो अपने क्लब के सेक्रेटरी को बोलो कि उसने क्यों नहीं किया.
Okay, so because there is an option on ECA portal that we can also upload this information, so it is not relevant what we are
But
uploading. It is
there
from
I
the
can't
club,
help you.
right?
That's why at the beginning only we told you that if you have those kind of queries, and for POR and ECA, it is not academics. It is actually information cell, which is it is your
Yes.
club. It is your club secretary who you need to contact.
Yes. Okay.
Ritvik.
Hello, ma'am. When will the online round start? Online coding round start?
Online
That is
coding
now.
round for placements. See,
Yeah.
just get your CV done. वो online coding अगर होगा तो वो August onwards हो जाएगा. पर online ही इस साल mostly offline होगा आप लोगों के लिए.
Okay,
ऑनलाइन आप
yes,
लोग
that
करें?
is, yeah, sorry, that is the coding rounds. I mean, the coding rounds only.
हाँ
So when it, I mean, August onwards, I mean, September, yeah, I mean, what is the
हाँ,
time?
August onwards, as and
10th.
when companies are ready with their tests is when we'll start.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Rajat, Ruhela.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am, I wanted to ask if anyone has a F grade in core course, like in MTech, like anyone has a backlog. So is he or she eligible to sit in placements?
You are eligible to sit in placements, but please be aware that companies may have issues with people with backlogs at the time of joining.
Sure, sure. But what I'm asking is there any CGPA or SGPA criteria from
We don't
OCS
put any
side
such.
for
We don't
registration?
put any such restriction on you.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Ravina.
Just an announcement before we move to the next question. We'll be taking up questions for the next 10 to 15 minutes more. So for others who have any queries, you can put them in the chat box. Our overall coordinators are constantly addressing the query in the chat box.
Ravina.
Hello.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm an MTech student currently doing a summer research fellowship abroad. So first thing is that I'm not able to access the OCS portal, and second thing is my supervisor is on leave till 30th of June. So how can I get?
एमटेक में सुपरवाइजर की तो आपको कंसेंट चाहिए नहीं. For OCS portal, I believe you would need the VPN access. Haven't you taken VPN access?
Okay, I need to take that because initially at the start when I tried to try the VPN access, it wasn't working here.
नहीं, the VPN works. But to access it, I don't know for what reason, but that's how it is working, unfortunately.
If it isn't working, then what can I do?
फिर जब
Because it
वापस
was
आओगे, then you'll come into OCS office and request for time. Then we'll give you time at that point of time.
okay, ma'am. And the third query is that my research fellowship will end at the end of July. So can I upload it? Can I mention it in the CV?
हाँ, तो whatever documents हैं वो relevant, तो वो उसके अंदर mention कर देना ना. Just upload the document. मतलब ending का भी नहीं, that you were given the fellowship.
Offer
You
letter.
would have, yeah, the offer letter. That will work.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Amitesh Shri.
Hello, yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So basically, I'm a 2019 entry student who extended into like a dual degree program through advanced standing.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my friend did that, but we can't access the OCS portal. Like it's showing up as not eligible, like for us. So what is the,
Yeah, so
what
for
should we do?
all advanced standing students, it is again, you will need to come in and get the needful done.
So we have to come into the OCS office.
Yeah, just raise a query to the OCS office. By come in, I don't mean that you physically need to come in, because if you're not on campus, just drop an email to the placement ID.
Okay.
And somebody will respond to you. You will need some signatures from UG section saying that you converted to advanced standing and all of that.
Yeah, we have that.
हाँ, तो वो करोगे तो हो जाएगा.
Okay, ma'am, can you just give me the placement cell IDs, like, or what do I need to search in the like the webmail section?
Placement at iitd.ac.in. Placement at admin.iitd.ac.in.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anshul.
I'm an MTech in electrical engineering student and I hold a BTech in electrical engineering from IIT. So can I apply for companies which open for BTech in electrical and not for MTech?
नहीं, आपका IIT दिल्ली का स्टेटस देखा जाएगा ना उधर.
Okay.
Okay. Chaviraj. Chaviraj.
Hello, am I
Yeah.
audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ma'am, actually, I'm a PhD scholar, and I submitted my synopsis in January, and I applied to the second phase. So, could I apply to the first phase now?
Yeah, like I said, वो as of the existing policy you can, पर वो एक बार आपको वो फॉर्म जो है फिर से सबसे साइन नहीं कराना होगा. You just need to remind us that you had submitted a form at that time, and we'll make you eligible.
Okay, so I could send the email.
Yeah, you can raise a request.
Okay, thank you,
ma'am. Vishal. Okay, Sanya.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hello, ma'am. I am currently in my 4th year pursuing electrical BTech. So, most of the BTech students are currently doing their internships right now, and the CV deadline is too soon for them to make the CV, as we are working continuously on the weekdays, and we just get one weekend, that is tomorrow, the Sunday. And also it is the final stage of the internship, so we have our internship evaluations going on in the company. That's why we will have very less time to make the CV. So is it possible that we extend the deadline for a bit?
The deadline is not getting extended because there are a lot of activities that are related to it, that go with it, right? Last year you all also did it at the same time. मतलब थोड़ा वो आगे था, पर वो भी इंटर्नशिप के बीच में ही था. तो जो end of internship है, that is I believe in the starting from the next month, that is 1st to 15th. Just find the time and do it, and then August May you'll get time, but you won't have time to put in the basic data. And people who are doing an internship, most of your data should already be there. You only need to put in the year that has gone by, which is not too much. The deadline extend to nahi ho rahi, for sure. August May you'll get a second chance, but like I said, you won't have time to do major changes. जो major changes करने वो अभी फिर भी time है आपके पास.
So how much time will the August window be for?
Like I said, maximum a day. Maybe less than a day also. I don't know, because at that time we'll do an evaluation.
Okay.
See, we are just, like it was already announced, we've already crossed our time limit. So we'll just take very few questions. I don't know why you all are not using the chat box. So I'm just going to be taking 2 or 3 queries more, and I'm going in the order in which the hands were raised. Sanya.
I just asked my query, so I guess.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Hardik. Hardik.
Hello, my sound is audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm PhD 6th year student, and I have submitted my synopsis, and DRC approval will be done by Monday. My first question is that I have external experience, that I have 2 years of industrial experience, and I have that certificates. So I during the creation of the CV, I have to upload that document in the OCS portal.
Yes.
As an external
Verification
document.
documents के साथ आप डाल सकते हो. तो work experience में you can write your work experience and upload the relevant documents.
Okay, but that is my first query, and okay, that's it. Because I have 2 experience and I have to upload my experience certificate.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Deepak. Deepak.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hum.
Yeah, good evening. I am a MSc student in electrical engineering department. Right now, ma'am, my supervisor my supervisor is out of station. He's in US, so he will come back by 30th of May. So can I sign and submit that form after 30th of this month?
Like I said, जिस दिन आप submit करोगे उसके बाद we'll give you about a week to make your CV.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Kunal? Kunal?
Hello, ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm an MTech student and would be studying abroad during this placement phase. So would I be able to take part in this placement process?
See, if you are not on campus, interviews तो campus पे हो रहे.
Okay, ma'am.
So either you need to plan accordingly, otherwise it's okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
हाँ, तो penalty clause पढ़ लेना, because if you miss any pre-process also, the penalty will apply. फिर by default out नहीं हो जाना.
Okay, ma'am.
Dhanashri.
Ma'am, I think should we wrap up the session with this question?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. So any other queries that you all have, just raise them through the query app and we will try and resolve those.
Right. So with this, we come to the end of this placement orientation session. We thank everyone for attending this. We hope that you were able to get most of your doubts cleared. And as I mentioned, the rest of the queries can be raised accordingly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.